I'm going to wait a few moments because I just want to make sure, A, that we are actually live, and just to give you a moment to join if this is something that you were looking forward to as much as I was. I want to talk about a little bit about divine timing as we come into this energy. And one thing about divine timing is that it's not on your time, but it truly is working with the cosmic alignment of timing. And one way that we can really connect to our own way of connecting to divine timing is to listen to the synchronicities, to listen to the coincidences, to listen to your soul's urges, to listen to your human design strategy. And the way that I have learned to listen is that as a 6-2 splenic projector, I have a way of hiding sometimes. And this hiding is a beautiful, potent container of me nerding out on all the things that I love to nerd out. For me to be in nature, to be alone, to really to just be. And I have noticed over the years that I get called out. And the ways that I get called out is through my projector invitations. And so for the past few days, I have gotten so many beautiful messages from you. I have received beautiful DMs saying, hey, what's up? I would love to hear more about the Hive Mind. I've received many reels from you guys, beautiful reels, leveling up worth, and just beautiful messages from you. Just random DMs. And so this is the way that I have learned to start understanding my own internal algorithm when it is time to come out of hiding, out of my second line hiding, and into the embodiment of the goddess, the sixth line that I just love to share from. And so I am now being called out and I am ready to share. But before we do so, I would love to, first of all, ask you if this is your first time being on a live or listening to an energetic transmission of mine, I would love for you to say hello in the comments. Let me know that you're new, this is new to you. I would love to welcome you. I would love to say hello back to you. So if this is your first time, please say hello. If you've been in my space for a while, I also want you to say hello in a different way. However it is that you want to share the way that you have either come into the Soul Prism community, where we perhaps have met, where you have either read or listened to my content in the past. This really helps me help serve in a better way, right? The more that I can connect to the way that you are digesting my content, the more that I can show up in those spaces for you. So this is an energetic transmission. And so this is something that I don't want you to take in mentally, although many of us will, that's just how we're designed. But I really ask that you listen from the heart. And so one beautiful way that we can come into our heart is by breath. And so we're going to start off with a little bit of breath work, a little bit of intention setting, coming into our hearts, getting out of our heads, really coming into our bodies and resting here in our hearts. And so we're going to do a box breath. This is a 4-second of intake, a 4-second of allowing the breath to really fill your body. Then we're going to hold our breath at the top, at our fullness, and experience our fullness of breath. Then we're going to let the breath go. We're going to let it all the way out until we're empty. We're in the void. We're in that expectancy of that next breath. And we're going to sit in the void and experience, what does the void feel like to me in this moment? Because this is a great way of understanding our nervous system, to understand the capacity that we have to live, to breathe, to experience. Okay, so take a deep breath in with me. And hold at the top. And exhale fully. And sit in the void. Take a deep breath in. And hold at the top. And fully release. And sit in the void. One more time, take a deep breath in. And hold at the top. And let it all out. And sit in the void. Now just coming to a regular breath, a normal breath. But, feel into your body. Were there any places where you weren't able to get a full enough breath? Were there places in your body that stretched you a little bit as you were taking in that full breath? Were you feeling any stretching? How did you feel at the top of the breath? When you were in your fullness, did it feel comfortable to be full? Did it feel uncomfortable to be full? And just notice that. No judgment. This is just a contemplation. When you're letting your breath out, did it come out in huffs? Did it come out in a full, long, deep breath out? Did you struggle with letting it all out? So once again, just tapping in to your own embodied wisdom. And lastly, how did you feel in the void? How did you feel without breath? Did you feel any fears come up? Was your body already ready for that next breath? Did you feel like you were okay? That you could hold your breath or for an extended period of time? Could you be breathless? Now, you may be asking, why am I so much into the breath right now? And part of this is because the moon is in gate 12 today. And the moon is in gate 12 in Gemini. And gate 12 is all about the transmission. Gate 12 is being channeled. And gate 12 is my Jupiter. So this is how I love to share. I love to share an energetic transmission through coming into our breath first. Coming into a place of safety in our body first. So we're not all in our head. We're in our bodies. We're anchored into our energy. And so we can give and receive. We can share in a way that's grounded, that's embodied. So that's kind of why I love starting my energetic transitions with the gate 12. So let's get into it. If you don't know who I am, my name is Tammy Mac. I am a soul-astrologist. I am a 6'2" splenic projector. I have one channel. This is the channel of surrender But it can also be the channel of being overproductive at times. Is the 44 to the 26, the spleen to the will center. This really is connected to the solar plexus in a way through the chakras, right? It's connected to the solar plexus or the spleen in human design and our heart, our ego center, our heart, our will center. And so everything else in my chart is open, is undefined. I am here to be a channel of transformation, a channel of leadership, and a channel of inspiration. And so this is part of who it is that I am, what it is that I love to share. I work in mental health. I work in healthcare. So for the last 5 years, I've worked in mental health at the hospital. And this has given me such a deep level of compassion. Compassion, not only for others, but for myself as well. It's really shown me what it is that we struggle with, whether it's a mental health, whether it's an addiction, whether it's a transition that we're going through in our lives, and how to support in a way of just being. And that's what I get to do in mental health, right? I'm not giving the medications. I'm not prescribing the drugs by any means, but I'm there just to be a level of support, right, on the daily. And I really enjoy this so much. And this is what I do in mental health, but it's also what I do in my business as well. So what do you need? Because my motivation is need. What is needed? What is needed to move you from point A to point B? What is needed to light a fire under your ass so that you can take that next aligned step in your business and in your life? So that you can live the life that sets your soul on fire. That you live the life that you never want to wake up from. And life becomes this beautiful dream. So let's get into it now. Let's get into it. So I'm just going to move into I made slides, but the slides I couldn't figure it out today. So you're just getting me, which is more than enough. Okay, we're going to start with the full moon in Cancer that's coming up, right? The full moon in Cancer is happening on Monday. And the Cancer energy invites us to connect to our hearts, right? Cancer is all about our heart. It's connected to our foundations, our home, our family, the way that we nurture ourselves, the way that we care about ourselves, the way that we kind of sometimes hold on to the ooey gooey vulnerability of who it is that we are. And with this full moon in Cancer, it's asking us to connect with our emotional truth, connect to our needs and the way that we connect to our intuition, and to nurture ourselves and align with the tides within. Now, Mars is retrograde in Cancer right now. This is the big astrological narrative that many people are talking about right now, is Mars being in Cancer and being in its detriment. But I'm here to tell you that in my natal chart, my Mars is retrograde in Cancer. And when I was connecting to the energy today, I felt that Mars being in Cancer was a type of cocoon. We're in a cocoon as we're in this dreaming state. And we're in a cocoon in our heart. What is it that our heart wants to share? What is it that our heart is ready to embody? And so while Mars is in its cocoon, it can be a little defensive. It can be a little protective. It could be renegotiating our boundaries and what keeps us safe, what makes us feel safe. So in our relationships, in our home, in our foundation, how do I create these beautiful boundaries in this cocoon so that I can evolve, ascend the message of my heart in this season. So the sun right now is in gate 61. And gate 61 is all about wonder. It's all about the energy of these big questions, going on a vision journey. What is that I want to bring in? What is it that I want to dream into being? And so we're in this state of wonderment, right? I call it being a Wonder Woman. Staying curious, not having to figure it all out, but allowing the universe, allowing God, allowing the Creator, allowing your higher self to bring the answers to you. And so when you're in this state of wonderment, you get to dream bigger because you're not trying to figure it all out in a linear way. It's like, well, what if I dream a little bit bigger? What if I ask the bigger questions? What if I dive deeper into my heart, into what it is that I truly want to experience in 2025? So when I ask that you contemplate this, when I was in the shower this morning, I was kind of preparing this, and what I was being shown is that when the sun is in a gate, we have what we call neutrinos, right? These light particles that are coming into the 3D experience, into Earth. And my guide showed me it as manna from the sky. Manna from the sky. There's always enough. There's always enough inspiration. There's always enough neutrinos. There's always enough light that the masculine, that the sun is highlighting, is shining through us to allow that information, that light to come through our filters and to allow it to penetrate into us, into the deepest layers of us. And we move through this. We experience this. We embody this. But with awareness, like, okay, I understand that the sun is highlighting this aspect of me, of gate 61, whether I have it in my chart or not. I'm experiencing it right now, today, in 2025. And this is the experience that the sun in gate 61 is showing me now. This is why I love journaling. This is why in my blogs I always have journal prompts and I always have action steps, so that you're not just taking it in through knowledge, but you're creating wisdom through embodiment, through moving through it, through contemplation, through asking questions, through taking aligned action. This is what the sun in gate 61 taught me in 2025 and beyond. I've been doing this since 2020. Every single week, every single blog, every single content piece that I create comes through an embodiment of what it is that I'm experiencing through the lens of the sun in this particular gate. So with the sun in gate 61, I'm asking, I'm dreaming, I'm asking questions. What vision is my soul calling us forward to? Now, with the moon moves differently. If the sun is the spotlight, the masculine, the big, the bold, the action, the moon is the candlelight in the darkness. The moon shines inward. Where the sun shines outward, the moon shines inward. And when we're working with the moon, we're asking the moon's light to illuminate the path within ourselves, to light within the shadows within ourselves, and to go deeper into the essence of ourselves. So the moon, this full moon, and that's illuminating us, the moon is lighting this path within us, and it's asking us, how do I prepare for that vision to unfold? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to release? What stories, what narratives are no longer serving me right now? And how can I prepare? Once again, with that moon, or with that Mars in the cocoon, we're in this dreaming state right now. How can I prepare for what's to come? And so when we're moving in through this weekend and into Monday, really asking yourself, what is the vision? What is it that I want to experience in 2025? How is it going to come to me in the most yummy and soul-provoking way? And how am I going to prepare for this? What am I going to let go of? What stories am I going to let go of? What old narratives, what old things am I going to let go of that I don't want to bring in to 2025 and beyond? So that's just a beautiful contemplation that we can use. So now I want to move into what 2025 is all about. If you go onto the Soul Prism podcast on YouTube, you can watch 2 different raves that I've talked about it. The first one was my heads up, my 2025 heads up, and I went month by month. I went really, really deep in that transmission. So you could kind of support yourself month by month, what's going up, what's happening on the planet through astrology. The second one was a little bit more kind of into the dreaming and the meditation space, talking about the transits in that way. This time, I'm just going to talk about the feeling, the energy, the transmission of what 2025 is meant to move us towards. And 2025 is a transition year. When I've listened to other astrologers, then they all agreed that this is an exceptional year. This is a transitional year. In numerology, this is a 9-year, right? This is a year of endings, conclusions, of letting go. It's in Chinese, the lunar calendar starts, and this is the wood snake. And the wood snake is feminine. It's releasing the old skins, right? It's deeply intuitive, connected to the earth, sensing what is needed. I'm a fire snake, but the wood snake is all about new beginnings. So even as we come into a completion on one story, we're starting a new story. So even though the collective is under this umbrella of the 9th year of the snake, in my personal life, this is a year 1 for me. And so this is a year of new beginnings for me. And I'm really, really excited. And even with this year 1, I'm still releasing. I'm still learning to let go of attachments. I'm still letting go of codependencies in certain areas of my life. And this is the lesson of moving into your numerology, the path of the one. So we're in this beautiful state of completions, of letting go, of releasing, and coming into a newness. In the astrology, we've got some big things happening. First of all, I've mentioned Mars being in retrograde in Cancer, and this being a cocoon phase. What I feel is the masculine coming in. I feel the masculine coming home to mama. Coming home a little bit bruised and battered, lots of scratches and licking its wounds, coming home to mama and coming into the state of nurturing, of loving nurturing, coming back to its roots and its foundations and that motherly love, and be wrapped in a cocoon of love before it comes back into existence, into Leo, into the expression of the heart. And even though Mars is masculine, I feel it's this beautiful connection back into the feminine and finding its balance of masculine and feminine being in Cancer. not as strong as in Cancer. And it's true. It's true. It's in a very different way, because Mars is generally, rawr, let's go, fire, fire, fire. It coming into water, it's putting the water out a little bit, but we're boiling, right? If you think about fire coming into water, it boiling and it creating this spiritual essence that we're being steam cleaves truth. So I love that. I'm gonna sit with that one. But let's talk about the sister, Venus. This year, Venus is also going through a retrograde. It's also going through a story. And Venus is going retrograde from Aries. Aries is fire. And when I was envisioning this, I envisioned Venus as an Amazon warrior woman, paving new paths, going her own way, starting something new. And then, from this fire, from this get up and go, from this feminine embodiment, she retrogrades back into Pisces. And so what a beautiful dance that Venus goes back into Pisces, where she's exalted. She loves being in Pisces. She gets to dream. She gets to connect back into her spiritual purpose. And so when she moves back into Aries, she comes with a new level of understanding of what it is that she is here to forge, the path that she's here to forge. And so to me, it almost feels like the Venus, as she's being reborn into this new embodiment of masculine and feminine, this balance of strength. And so to me, I just feel this beautiful dance of Mars and Venus, Mars going into Mama, and then Venus coming into her warrior woman. And how this is happening within us. If we can connect to that, it's happening within us. And how can that play out for you in your own individual story? And that's something that you can play with, right? This year, we're reimagining, we're regrowing a new Mars for another 2-year cycle. And same with Venus. Venus has a new story, a new 18-month cycle that you're going through. This is happening to you. We have Saturn moving in from Pisces, from dreaming Pisces. Now Saturn is moving into Aries, the beginning of the zodiac, a new start, a new cycle, a new 28-year cycle Saturn goes through. So Saturn is going through this new cycle, and Saturn's going into Aries. Once again, Aries, that fire, that passion, that paving a new path. But it's only going to be in there for a very short period of time before it comes back into Pisces again. It comes back into the dreaming. So there's this edging that's happening. Here we're on this edge of a new transition. And Saturn, by the way, is a 3-year cycle. So Saturn is in Pisces for 3 years and then is going to go into Aries for 3 years, right? So there could, I don't want to go into that part. Okay. Now, Neptune has been in Pisces since 2011. And since 2011, Neptune, which is the planet of spirituality, has been in the sign of spirituality. Like Pisces is all about spirituality. It's all about beliefs. It's all about, what it is that we believe, right? It's connected to the collective consciousness. And so with Neptune being in Pisces since 2011, we have seen so much change in the way that we practice spirituality. We have seen a huge shift into the new age paradigm, right? We've seen a huge shift of people really coming back to claiming their Christianity. We've seen a huge shift in people loving astrology, human design, and esoteric wisdom, and wisdom schools, and hidden knowledge, right? Pisces is all about that hidden, mysterious knowledge. And so with Neptune being home and just bringing in a new awareness, a new spiritual awareness, this 2011, it's moving into Pisces now for a very short period, or moving into Aries for a very short period of time in 2025. We're just getting a glimpse of what's to come when Neptune finally moves into Aries in 2026 in its fullness. So we're getting a glimpse. And what could Neptune share with us when it moves into Aries, right? This is new beginnings, paving a new path. But Aries is also about war. Aries is very masculine. And so when we see Neptune moving into Aries, we're going to see new paradigms of spirituality. And I'm so excited to be one of the new paradigm leaders of this. I'm so passionate about this. We have Uranus. Uranus has been in Taurus since 2018. Uranus is all about innovation. It's all about individuality. It's all about being a little bit different. And it being stuck in Taurus. Taurus is about our five senses. Taurus is about comfort zones. Taurus can make you feel a little stuck because Taurus is a fixed sign. Taurus can be a little stubborn. And so with Uranus moving from stuck, comfy Taurus into busy Gemini of the mind, this is going to be a huge, noisy transition. We're already seeing this with AI. We're already seeing this with misinformation on social media. We're already experiencing this. And so we may notice that life is going to get a lot noisier. And so that is our choice to accept that or to change that. Do I want to be a part of the noise? Do I want to be up in my head all the time? Or can I anchor myself into my own energy and just observe the noise, but not be a part of it? So that's something that we get to change. And so Uranus bringing innovation to the way that we communicate through Gemini. That's going to be really interesting. And once again, super excited to see how that plays out. We also have, let's see, so we've done Mars, we've done Venus, we've done Uranus, we've done Neptune, we've done Saturn, and Pluto. So Pluto is now anchored into Aquarius. And I'm super excited about this. And I'm an Aquarius, for one. 2, Aquarius is in my second house. So you may want to look to see what house Aquarius is in for you. So Aquarius is in my second house. This is about my self-value, my self-worth, currency, what I value, what I want to spend my precious time, my precious energy, what matters to me, right? And so with Pluto moving into Aquarius for the next 20 years, we're going to see this shift. So for me, it's going to be all about self-worth and value and what I value, what matters to me. And this is going to be different for everyone. But Pluto in Aquarius is all about power to the people or transformation to the people. But who are the people? And that's going to be really interesting to see who the people are and how Pluto is going to navigate that, right? Because, you know, the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, power to the people meant white, entitled men. Right? Women didn't have rights. People of color did not have rights. Power to the people was the white man. So we're going to see this shifting. We're going to see the shifting and who the people are now. So I'm really excited about this. So lots of transitions happening. Some of this astrology has never happened before, will never happen again. This is a very, very busy year. And this is why I feel it's so important for you to understand this. So you're not like, what is happening? Why is this all happening? You understand, okay, this is the weather. Am I going to bring an umbrella? Am I going to wear flip-flops? Like this is the celestial weather that we're all experiencing. And we get to choose how we're going to play with this, how we're going to dress for this, how we're going to experience this. And so this is my gift to you, that understanding that this is the year that we make these changes, whether we like it or not. And so it can be really uncomfortable, or you can flow with it, right? You can blow with the flow. So it's a bridge years filled with powerful shifts. This is a trailer for your future. I love making mind movies on Canva. I do this like in the morning. I wake up, I watch my mind movie. It sets my day. It has me waking up with multiple sunrises over mountains and seashores. And then it has somebody running and hiking through beautiful mountains and beautiful trails. And, you know, it just lights my soul up. But this is something that you can do, is create a trailer for 2025. What if 2025 is a movie? What would that trailer look like? And you can even go into ChatGPT and play with this. What would a trailer look like for my 2025? If you do this, please share it with me. I really do want to see it because it's just easy. I might do this myself. So it's a call to align to your soul's purpose. And so I want to talk about my soul's purpose a little bit, because when I talk about my soul's purpose, it's our soul purpose, right? And this is what I'm building for us. It's not just for me, it's for us. And every lesson that I learned for myself, I learned for us. I learned to share. This is how you gain wisdom, right? Knowledge is learned. Learn knowledge. But wisdom is earned. Wisdom is something that you learn from experience, you embody. I don't need to go read a book anymore on human design or astrology or ascension or manifestation or anything like that. I embody it. If I know it, I can pull it up at any time. That is the difference between knowledge and wisdom. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the ascension of my business. My guys kind of gave me a little kick on my shoulder, and they're like, your business isn't just evolving, but your business is ascending. Evolution is very 3D, matter to matter. Ascension is something different. Ascension is 5D. Ascension is moving towards something that is more fuller. One of the things that my business is ascending is my membership. My Soul Prism membership is evolving into a mystery school. This is the wisdom of Soul Prism. And this is a place where you're going to explore your magic, to deepen your wisdom, and to embody your soulpreneur essence. Because I believe that our business is a vehicle, is a tool for not only our evolution, but for our spiritual ascension. And so a lot of the programs and classes and resources that I've created since 2020, that has been constantly evolving or ascending, evolving and ascending together, a lot of them are getting a facelift. A lot of them are, I'm going to be refilming, I'm going to be reimagining, I'm going to be making in a more fuller way. You know, less from the mind, more from the heart. And I'm really excited about this. And so the Soul Prism membership and the community is turning into a mystery school. And this is something that I've been playing with since 2022, 2023, and I just didn't have the guts to do it. And now I do. Now it just feels like, oh my gosh, like this is the time. This is the time. And so this is the time that you're going to see in 2025, the membership evolving into the mystery school. And so I'm really excited to be sharing that. Prices are going to stay the same. A lot of the classes are the same, but I'm going to be filming them. I'm going to be bringing them up to where we are now. So that's the first thing. The second thing is what I'm really most excited about. And this is the Hive Mind. Now, once again, this is something that I've been dreaming into being since 2020. I just love taking a step back and seeing how things evolve. So back in 2020, when I'm still specializing in quantum human design, I just felt this project come up, and it was called Aligned Intentions. I got a group of quantum human design specialists together. We were creating a course, a program that was going to teach human design, all from our different ways of understanding it. It was called the Human Design Portal. but it fell apart and it never came to existence. And instead of seeing it as a failure, instead of seeing it as, oh, I'm not meant for this, I waited. I stepped back and I waited for the next evolution, the next ascension of it. And through the human design portal, I met some beautiful people. I met Marla Mac, who is now my partner. She's my cohort. Me and her created the Human Design Portal on Facebook. It's one of our Facebook groups. It's grown to about 6,000 people, right? So that was one way that the energy still wanted to come through and came through in a different way, right? The dream came through in a different way. Through this, I also met Hannah Savitsky, and she's big in quantum design. She's part of Karen's team right now. And back in 2021, me and her worked on a project called Nourish. It was a membership where we were sharing full moon and new moon circles and doing yoga. I was teaching, she was doing yoga. It was this beautiful container called Nourish. Then that naturally dissolved, and Nourish became the Soul Prism podcast, where I still share bite-sized nuggets of wisdom. I still do a lot of full moon and new moon stuff. So once again, the energy, the essence wanted to move through. And so I found a new outlet for it to move through. One of the things that I wanted to create as well was a year-long mastermind. I'm not a quick fix. I'm not a band-aid. I'm not a nice to have. The wisdom that I'm here to share is something that you have to commit to, right? And so that's why you don't see me doing 6-week courses or 3-month courses. If you're going to work with me, you're going to work with me for a full year because I'm worth it, and so are you. And so once again, this is something that I've been wanting to do since 2020, 2021, and it never fully came to light, right? I kept inching out and then getting scared and not doing it. But 2025 is the year that the Hive Mind was born. And so the Hive Mind is a year-long mastermind mentorship with me. And through this, we are going through an entire year of soul ascension through our business. We're going through an entire year of soul level growth. Where, through human design, through astrology, through esoteric knowledge, through embodiment, true embodiment. So you not only understand, well, this gate means this and this center means this, but you're able to share it from an embodied place of, I know what this means because I've experienced it. I've gained my own wisdom and I continue to learn from it year after year after year. But this is your foundation. This is where you start. This is where you're guided by someone who is, I'm designed to see you inch wide, mile deep. I'm here to hold you. I'm here to shine the light on you until you no longer need that. And you have your own internal light shining through you. So I'm here to hold your hand in the shadows until your light is bright enough that you don't need me anymore. Because I don't believe that you need people all the time forever. Yeah, I feel like Mary Poppins sometimes. I pop in, I pop out, just like other people do, right? So this year, we're building this together. We're building this together. Through this, I'm building the Soul Prism certification. So you are going to be moving through what will become the Soul Prism certification. So yes, you will be learning human design. Yes, you'll be learning astrology. Yes, you'll be learning how to build your legacy, how to build your business, how to build your containers, your offers through your own human design. And one of the courses that I created was called Take Up Space. And Take Up Space was born out of the gate 24 and 44. So if you don't know anything about human design, don't worry about that. If you're into human design, you know what that means. Okay. So gate 24 is my life's purpose. It's my life's purpose. In Gene Keys, It's my life's purpose. This is what I'm here to do. And gate 44 is how I stay healthy. I created this course called Take Up Space. I also spoke at a human design conference with this message of Take Up Space. Then I created a summit called Take Up Space. And it wasn't something that I thought I'd ever create. It literally comes through me. I get out of the way and I allow source, I allow the universe, I allow my higher self to move through me, and I channel this in, and I channel it in through these projects. But it's channeled through my human design, right? I had another class called Half-Assed to Hell Yes. This is my Saturn. Comes out of the gate 29 and also the gate 30. But once again, this is something that I learned for myself. This is something that obviously it's in my wheelhouse, right? And so I created a product from it. I created a course. I create from it. And this is something that I'm going to be teaching in the Hive Mind. How to create from your own essence. How do we bring human design? How do we bring those parts through you so that you can create this confidently? You can speak about it, the courage and competence, because it's you. It's not something you're trying to teach from someone else's stuff. You're not learning my stuff. You're learning your own stuff. You're creating your own stuff through the wisdom of Soul Prism. So I'm a guide, right? I'm a guide. I'm a mentor. I pull out the best of you. I shine the light on the best of you that you're not even aware of. That is what I do. That is my job. Your job is to embody that. Your job is to learn from that. Your job is to create from that, if that's something that you want to do. So I had a client ask me a couple of days ago, how do I use my human design in business? And I was like, hold my beer. We're going to do this. We're going to spend an entire year creating your business through human design, through the lens of human design and astrology. And truly, those are just ways, those are just languages, those are just systems, those are just patterns that the true you comes through. So you're probably wondering, well, what do I get in the Hive Mind, right? What am I actually getting? Because a lot of people are, we're so conditioned to buy because we need to know what we're getting. What am I getting from this, right? I want you to come into this that not what am I getting, but who am I becoming? Who am I becoming through this? Who am I going to emerge because of this? Because I committed to myself for an entire year of soul growth. So it's not what am I getting, something outside of myself. It's who am I becoming because I invested in myself, because I said yes to myself. So what are you getting? You're going to get 2 months of coaching calls. And I really want to plan these 2 coaching calls with the new moon and the full moon, with the attention and the releasing. What do I want to bring in? What did I learn from? What can I let go of? And so these two monthly coaching calls are going to be calls where we're going to spend some time learning about the astrology. We're going to spend some time gaining knowledge. And then we're going to spend the rest of the time embodying the wisdom. And then we're going to spend some time in the full moon, once again with some knowledge. I always give wisdom drops. And then who am I because of this? What did I learn from this? What am I ready to let go of because of this? So we're going to have those 2 monthly coaching calls. And we're going to do this in a round table. So yes, I will be leading it, but I'm also facilitating it. We all have a voice. We all have a seat. We're all queens at the Hive Mind, at the Hive table. You're also going to get a year in the mystery school. What was the Soul Prism community now becoming the mystery school. So you're going to get an entire year of learning, right? You can take my astrology course. You can take Soul Aligned and Designed, my human design course. You can learn the gene keys because I have modules about the 3 different sequences in the gene key sequences. And it's taught in a way that's very practical, very grounded. This is where a lot of my content comes from. You're going to learn the manifestation method that is yours, right? The way that you're designed to manifest, whether you're specific, right? Whether you're like, this is what I want, or how is it that I want to feel? How is the universe going to show up for me, right? And the different ways that you're designed to manifest, and how to go through a 21-day, a lunar cycle of manifestation, day by day by day. You're also going to get 4 intensives. So quarterly intensives. These are action focused, get it done, right? These are get it done. So if you want to create your first offering, if you want to create your first lead magnet, if you want to create your own container, if you want to create your own group coaching course, if you want to create your own book, what is it that you want to create? These 4 intensives are going to be designed to get it done. That's something that people say when they work with me. I light a fire under their ass and they get shit done. I'm here to show you to plan, to execute, to get it done. You want to get it done because you're also going to get access. You're going to be a guest. You're going to be a summit presenter at the Take Up Space Summit this year. This is where you stand on the shoulder of giants. This is where you get to be seen and heard and recognized for your own unique message. And you're going to share that in the Take Up Space Summit. You're going to share your presentation. You're going to share your gift to the world. And we're going to share audiences on this. I'm really, really excited about the Take Up Space Summit and you being able to show up there. And then last but not least, to me, this is the most potent part of the offer. And that's the Telegram channel. So one of the things of being a 6-2 splenic projector, and this is one of the things that my people that have mentored with me in the past in my Dive and Diva mentorship program, they love the walkie-talkie, right? They love being able to ask a question and me being able to share from my wisdom with my spleen, wisdom drops, real time wisdom drops and splenic hits. And so the Telegram channel is where a lot of the work is going to be, where we're going to talk back and forth. We're going to share insights. We're going to share our fears. We're going to share in the Telegram channel. And so this is a beautiful place where you're not waiting 2 weeks for the next coaching call, right? If you have a question, ask it in the Telegram channel and I will answer it. Because I'm splenic and my motivation is need. What do you need? I'm here for you, right? So within reason, right? Within reason. Then you're a reasonable person. So let's go to investment details. So what is the investment? This is the beta. Like I said, I'm building this year. This is the beta. This is what's going to become the Soul Prism certification. And so for the beta, this is such a ridiculous price, but I wanted this to be something that I would absolutely do. And so the price is $3,000 pay in full for an entire year of working with me. My Dive and Diva mentorship was $3,000 for 3 months. So this is $3,000 for an entire year working with me, mentoring. Not as deep as I do with the dive in, but this is a full year of soul growth for $3,000. This is the only time I will ever offer it at this price, because when I re-offer it back in next in March, I believe I'm going to open the doors when we move into Aries season, the astrological year. I'm going to be at least doubling this price. Like this is at least a $25,000 mentorship. But we all have to start somewhere. This is the baby step. So $3,000. And I know for a lot of people, oh my gosh, I don't have that kind of money. I got you, right? So, and you have a payment plan of $125 every 2 weeks for the next 12 months. Listen, I know what low income feels like, because that's where I came from. Everybody can find $125 if it really mattered to you. If it really mattered to you. Everybody could find $3,000 if it really mattered to you. And this is something that I feel is important, that we do put skin in the game, that you do show up for yourself, that we do have that energetic exchange. So the doors close for this on January the 20th, because the Human Design New Year starts on January the 20th. My birthday is January the 27th. The sun moves into gate 41 in Human Design. My conscious sun is gate 41.6 in Human Design. So I am the start codon. So that's when we're going to start, is during the week of the Human Design New Year. By the way, I do have to mention this. My prices are increasing after January 27th. My prices have not changed since 2020. And I have to honor myself as much as I want to honor you. So my prices are all getting an own ascension in 2027. I just want to let you know that 2025 is your moment. This is your year of alignment, of ascension, and to take bold moves. The Hive Mind is your container to rise, to align, and to step into your soul-led power. So if this is something that you want to join me with, I am going to share some links for you for the Hive Mind, the invitation for the Hive Mind. I'm going to share links. It's for the Soul Prism community, because it still is the Soul Prism community right now. It is going through the session of becoming the mystery school. So for now, you want to get in now, once again, before January the 27th, before the prices rise. Okay? So I'm going to share that link for you as well. And then also the calendar, if you want to get the calendar for the year. If you're not interested in joining the mystery school, if you're not interested in doing the Hive Mind, but you want to learn more about yourself through human design and astrology, I highly recommend grabbing that calendar, because it is a year-long teacher. And it's $47. You get the Hustle Chart Planner, you get the Sun and the Moon guides, and you get the calendar. I highly recommend grabbing that if you haven't already. So that is it. That is all I'm going to say. I want to thank each and every single one of you who've made it to this point. I truly, truly appreciate you. I really, really appreciate you. Don't be shy. Come say hello, and jump in my DMs. Have a quick conversation with me. It doesn't have to be painful. I'm not scary. So please have a conversation. If you want to work with me, whether it is through a soul session, which the prices rise into $444 after my birthday. If you want to join the Hive Mind, if you want to join the mystery school, or if you're interested in becoming a Dive-In Diva and I have a mentorship program, a 3-month mentorship program that we dive in deep. Okay. So it is still $2,222 until January the 27th. After that, it's going up to $5,000. And that's still a very generous price for working with me. I'm going to leave some links below. Hit me up in the DMs if you want to chat, if you want to know more. And I hope that you have an amazing, amazing weekend.